All right, really quick. So I finally finished my test coil. It's pretty heavy. I ran out of what was it? I think it was the 22 gauge wire. I ran out of, yeah, the lesser wire. The, I believe I forget whether it's the 22 or the 26. I think it was 22 gauge wire. I ran out. So I had to settle with a coil this big. Um, I did it just the way Sky does it. One layer nice and even, nice and clean, a layer of paper, construction paper, and then so forth and so on. I think I've got like about 10 or 15 layers on there. Um, I did learn a lot. So the construction paper I'm using, I think might be too soft or even too thin. It's regular construction paper, which is what I thought he used. So I think I'm going to get something that has more of a plastic coating on it to make it stiffer. Because when I was wrapping this, it had a tendency of digging in because I was pulling nice and tight. Maybe I was pulling too tight, but it would dig in and shift a little bit, but it did come out really good. I put this green camouflage tape on there just to hold it all together. Um, so you have to take my word for it that it is really nice. And I don't really care how it looks, I just care how it performs. So now I'm going to hook it up. So it's a bifilar coil. I have to uh, put a couple of leads up here, solder some leads on there, and then give it a go. But yeah, I did learn a lot. I don't think I'm going to use construction paper. I also learned the technique because when you do a test run on something, you always get really good at it towards the end, right? Everybody's had that experience. You're doing something in the beginning, it's kind of awkward. You're not really finding your form, and then maybe like halfway through, all of a sudden you get into the groove and you figure out how to do it. Well, by doing this, I figured out how to do it, and I should be getting my 25 gauge, and I also ordered 21 gauge. I should be getting the 25 gauge in tomorrow. And actually, Sky, I should be getting my circuits in today. DHL said they're on their way to the house. So I'm real excited about that. But yeah, I will take an ohms reading on this once I get because I'm going to use it regardless of what the ohms are. Once I get the terminal blocks soldered to the ends of the wire. All right, cool. Well, all I got to say is I was winding my test coil and Christmas came early. Look at this. The um the top must have gotten cracked in transit, but everything it's still great. Look at this coil. This thing must weigh about 2 pounds. Look at this coil. Now there's only one person on YouTube that makes the coils this good. And then of course you guys will recognize these bad boys from Sky's videos. These are three, count them, 1, 2, 3 of his JL94 circuits, just like the ones I have here. 3 of his JL94 circuits, 1 of his newer Hall sensor circuits. I can't wait to try that one. And not 1, but 2 of his coils. This is a single coil, and this is a bifilar. This one has a pickup coil and a drive coil. I'll put a little bit of crazy glue in that crack right there. It's just a surface crack. I don't even think it cracked all the way through. But man, that thing weighs a ton. Oh, I cannot wait. Look at this one. Look at how beautiful that is. I'm going to put resin on the outside of these guys. I don't know what that is right there, Sky. I think it's just a thing sticking through. I'll have to look at it closer, but I don't think it's any big deal. But are these beautiful? Here, we'll check it right now, make sure it has continuity, because this did travel quite far. So let's make sure it has continuity. Sky, Jorge, that was above and beyond, my friend. You are a good dude, man. Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. There's nothing wrong with these bad boys. So I'm going to put some resin on the outside of these to make sure they stay good. And I never realized he makes his out of 1/8 inch. So that's, oh, and I see what he does. He cuts a hole and places it down on top instead of right on top of the, which makes sense. Oh, that is gorgeous. These are unbelievably beautiful, Sky. Oh my God. I'll have to take them out and kind of fix them up, because in transit they got bumped around a little bit, where you can see the, oops, sorry, you can see the circuit, the transistors got twisted a little bit, but that's all right. They're still going to work. And I have an in, I have the coil, and then here's the out. And these are, I think he said these are 120 volt. Wait a minute. No, these are, here, let's read it together. Come on, focus, you. Anyway, let me see what it says. Let me turn the light on here. These are, yeah, 127 volt, 60 hertz. Yeah, these are, I mean, obviously, those are beautiful, man. I'll have to take good care of these. Ah, I cannot wait to try them. I'm going to try all 3 of these new circuits on the big guy over there, on the solenoid motors. So Spaceman Oz, we should get some good stuff off of that. Ah, and then these coils are beautiful. It makes me so ashamed of these coils. No, it's all right. I'm learning how to do these coils. These are beautiful, though. So he's got access to a laser cutter. He doesn't play around. This one is a monster. This one is a monster. My God, that's got to be at least 2 pounds. Sky, Jorge, thank you, my friend. They're beautiful. Oh, and what a surprise. I only ordered the 3 circuits, and he gave me a little bit of a surprise. He does beautiful work. Does beautiful work. Thank you, my friend, from the bottom of my heart.